Hi, podcast listeners. Today's episode is called Not All Grief is Complicated. Years ago, I read an autobiography that I had found in a free library by Maureen McCormick, who is the former child actress in the Brady Bunch series. She was Marsha Brady. And one of the most surprising things that I read in her book was her depiction of what happened to her and her body's somatic response when her mother died. Now, Marie McCormick has always been a very fit, trim individual, but when her mom died, she admitted to feeling like she had a void inside of her that she incessantly attempted to fill with food, and she gained a significant amount of weight. Since then, since reading this and becoming aware of this phenomenon, I have noticed a lot of other people seem to undergo something similar. People who have never, just like Maureen, had any problems with their weight, suddenly finding themselves significantly overweight when a parent passes away. What is behind this? Why do some people feel empty when a parent dies and others feel relieved? Many people, including myself, feel relieved when parents die, and not just because that parent was suffering. For example, the now famous book called I'm Glad My Mom Died by former child actress Jeanette McCurdy has prompted a lot of other people to be more honest with how difficult life was when their parent was alive. I have reflected before on this podcast how I was relieved when my mom died because when she was alive, she was dead inside. There wasn't much to lose, much less to miss. What causes some of us to feel relieved, though, while others feel empty upon a parent's death? I believe this is what we therapists call unfinished business. When our inner child has never adequately cemented the love or approval of our parent, and so we have no closure. This creates great shame for an adult child who will often continue to seek that parent's approval by doing what she was conditioned to do by that parent, such as pursuing financial or career success, or by making everyone around her happy. Yet we all know it is an exercise in futility, never satisfying, as she only finds temporary fulfillment, feeling once again empty when it wears off. When we refuse to give ourselves our approval, we are compelled to prove ourselves through other means. We only need to look to the Elon Musks of this world to see this manifested in the extreme. The good news is grief doesn't have to be complicated. We can rise up to finish the unfinished business ourselves. Sadness from loss will always be painful, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Just like with the loss of a pet, it can just be sadness. Yet if we have shame from never having fully procured our parents' acceptance, it will remain until we consciously reject it and reject the metrics we were conditioned to measure our worth by. When we recognize our parents aren't capable of giving their full approval to us, and we give it to ourselves, we're free to allow them to finally leave us physically and emotionally. Finishing our unfinished business allows the ghosts of our parents to finally dissipate, and we have peace. So let's do this right now. I would love to lead you, dear listener, in what I call an integration exercise around this. So I'm going to have you close your eyes and imagine you're looking yourself in the mirror. Look yourself in the eyes. And of course, I'm going to use my name here, but please insert your own name. I want you to say to yourself, I see you, Bronwyn, and how lost and empty you feel because you have never been fully seen by our attachment figure. I don't blame you for feeling sad and ashamed, but I need you to see what I see when I look at you. Because what matters to me isn't your outward appearance or your abilities, but what's on the inside, your heart. And I see your heart. And maybe I am the only person who will ever fully see your heart. And when I see, it is good. I see all of you, the good, bad, and the ugly. But it's a net good that I see. I need you to see that the lack of recognition from our attachment figure isn't a reflection of you, but of them. So let's take all the shame that you feel and put it in this big cardboard box and return it to them and say, here you go, mom, dad, attachment figure. This is yours. Return to owner. It's not mine. It never was. Bronwyn, please forgive me for not having done this sooner. I'm so sorry I allowed you to feel so invisible and so desperate for so long. I had no idea all this time how much you needed me and how important I am for you. But my eyes are open now, and I will never neglect you again. You belong to me, and I am so pleased with you. Your feelings matter to me, and they are valid. And now you won't have to feel them in isolation any longer, which is too much, because we'll feel them all together. And what's shareable is bearable. And our feelings give us wisdom. They tell us what we need. And I am committed to meeting your needs from this point forward. You won my love the day you were born because I saw your heart then, and you will have my acceptance, my approval until the day you leave this earth, and nothing can ever detract from it. I will be on the front row seat of our life, cheering you on, your number one superfan. And I will now be the only mirror that gives you a true and trustworthy reflection of you. Now that you have my approval, you are free to be true to yourself and free to disappoint the hell out of everyone else in the process, because that's actually what it entails. You no longer need to betray yourself because you have nothing left to prove. We've got each other now, and we are complete. So, dear listener, please do this for yourself. Please share this with a friend or two or more. And please subscribe to this podcast if you haven't already. Thank you so much.